What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel Serenity Soul Invictus. You guys, today I want to talk about a quick subject that has been on my mind for a little while. Um, Past lives. Past lives. I know for a lot of people, this is like quite the esoteric subject, but for my people on this channel, we know we discuss all of these kinds of things. And so this is for those who it is meant for. If if you're not into the past life thing, you're not into the esoterics and occult knowledge, then this may not be the channel for you. But if you are, then come on in, get yourself some cold to drink, okay? Make yourself at home. So, today, talking about past lives. I was doing some meditations like for the past couple of months, I would say, not weeks, not days, months. And for some reason, I find it that I always have a liking to all of the things Egyptian, to all of the things either I like the native Indian flair, the native Indian like spiritual system, or really and truly Egyptian science, Egyptian mythology, Egyptian everything. And so I had a thought. I was like, well, maybe could it have been that I was Egyptian somewhere along one of my past lives, right? And so I started digging up, doing a lot of research into how do you discover what your past life connection was. And not past life, past lives. Because it can take you a very long time. We know we are all interconnected on this planet. So we have no idea how our genetics link to one another. And so it's very important for us to actually contemplate these things and to do as best as we can to research and study into these things, because one of the greatest creeds of the alchemist is to know thyself. Okay? And knowing thyself definitely starts with your DNA, who you are. So you see people all over the place fighting and feuding and hating one another and all of this stuff that's going on, like right now with the Chinese against black people and all of this kind of stuff are surrounding this pandemic that's taking place right now. But little do they know, I see people vibing with people on the back corner, like, you guys live in the same community, for goodness sake. You should be uplifting one another. But it's not the case. But I feel like all of this happens because people do not know who they really are. It's really important to understand who you are. Okay? And a lot of the DNA testing kits and all of those things that were trending, I don't really trust those either. And so I have other ways on this list. This video topic today is going to be geared towards understanding your past life connections, how to remember your past lives or life or lives, however you want to look at it, because some of us have been through 12, 13, 15 reincarnations to this earth. So it's important and imperative for us to get it right while we're here. Get it right so that you can stop like recycling yourself. Like, we want to get past this. We want to beam through like to another realm of things. This earth realm is like a school, it's a lesson, it's tough. And so in order to ascend to that higher level, you have to start really perfecting this thing right here, right now, where you are. And this is why all of these things are taking place right now, to open our eyes, to kind of give you a shake up, to wake up. Stop sleeping through life, man. So anyways, I digress. Remembering your past life, right? Or past lives. So for me, like I said, the first thing definitely is going to be on my list. Of course, before I say anything like DNA testing and all of that, because I'm skeptical of that. The first thing I'm going to say, the first way, is to get a reading. Find somebody who is certified in these kinds of things. Get a tarot reading, a proper professional numerology reading, something from someone who is eligible to tell you or give you a good glimpse into your past. Okay? Numbers there's a complete science to numbers. Numbers make up this universe. Okay, so it is very important, I think, in numerology. Even if you don't study it, I think you should start to actually get a better understanding of it. You can go online, you can go on Google and look into all of these things. The Fibonacci series, the whole Tesla, like 369, like all of these things. Numbers are very important, because before, without words, without images, there are numbers, and numbers go to infinity. So it is very, to me, that is a very big sign that show that numbers, just like the things on this earth, the grains of sand, everything that you can see around you, is endless. And so are numbers, but it has its format, it has its purpose. Okay, and mathematics is one of the oldest sciences known to man. And so it is important for you to understand how numbers can connect to your life. So getting a numerology reading can be very helpful in this area. You can look it up online. I'm not going to really go out there and give direct references, but you can look it up online for yourself. The next way of remembering your past lives is by dreams, through dreams or visions. Have you ever had a dream like that you were someplace that that you've never been to in this life? You've never been there. There's someplace that you have not seen before, even on TV. But in the dream, it is so vivid, it is so real and so clear. Like one time ago, I had a dream I was in like England or Scotland. It was one of those kinds of lands, of course, under the British Empire, but it was just fields like, okay, it reminded me of Braveheart, the movie Braveheart with Russell Crowe, Maximus Aurelius. But it was like the field was just like that. The field was just endless, like that showed his wife and child like coming down through the meadows, through the grass. Like it was just endless fields of greenery, of hills, of mountains. And I was walking on this grass and feeling the dew on my feet, like it was clear as day. And this was about maybe 10, 15 years ago, you guys. And I can still remember that dream so clearly. And I didn't speak to anyone in the dream. I left out of the back door of a house and I took 2 steps down and it just led to this field, you guys. And so dreams and visions are definitely a good way of remembering your past life. Where is spirit taking you? What is spirit trying to remind you? You see? And so it's important to understand, it's important to listen to the messages that spirit's giving to you. A dream could have you in a particular house, that you haven't been in before, but this house in this dream, it is so clear. Everything seems so vibrant and real. That is a telltale sign, okay, that you have been there before, just not in this form. The next way, I would say, to remember your past life is through smells. Smells, you guys. When you smell something, like when I smell something like cashmere powder, oh my gosh, that reminds me of home. That takes me back to my grandma's house, right? If I smell, let's just say, even Florida water, for goodness sake, cashmere powder, Florida water, things like, oh goodness, the jasmine flowers, that takes me back. Some smells are gonna jolt you, even if you haven't seen this place for most of your life. It's going to jolt your memory and take you right back to where that was that you had first had that encounter, that smell, And so right now, for me, dealing with my anosmia is I've learned to cope for the last 11 years with it, but the smell aspect is something that don't have at my disposal, because, I can taste proportionately well, but my smell is another issue. And so I hope that one day it comes back full strength, but for now that's not an option of mine. But I'm just bringing it to you that this is a good way to jolt your memory, to be reminded of something. So when you smell certain things, like I remember watching, there was a law show, um, like a FBI, like a detective show anyway, and they were solving a crime. And these people, the agents, the detectives, could not get it right. Like what was going on, they could not narrow this thing down to find out who was the culprit, the perp. And it just so happened that one day the detectives end up questioning someone, another person in the neighborhood who was not a suspect, you know, but the detective had this smell. I don't know if you guys remember that. If you do, just drop a line in the comments below and remind me. But the smell was something that was unmistakable, something that he knew he had not smelled anywhere else before beside one place. And they called for an immediate search, and like the excavator had to come and dig up and everything. And lo and behold, you guys, this unsuspected guy had like tons of bodies buried underneath his house. Okay? So if that detective had not gone on his intuition, had not really sensed and said, you know what, I'm going to trust this gut feeling, this scent is leading me somewhere, the lives of those people, justice would have never prevailed for those people. Okay? So you guys, you have to learn to start trusting your God-given senses, you all. Okay? Google is not going to tell you everything. I say that all the time, even though I love Google. It's not going to tell you everything. The fourth way of remembering your past life: food. Food. Where the foodies at out here? Where the foodies at? I see you, okay? Trust me, I love me some good food. We all do. Of course, we eat to live, we don't live to eat. But foods definitely are a telltale sign. What are you drawn to? What kinds of foods do you love most? What is irresistible to you? That's a telltale sign. Are you drawn to like more Spanish flavors? Are you drawn to Mediterranean? What kinds of food? This is a good sign. And journal about these things as well as you go along these lines of suggestions. Journal the way they all relate to one another. And it can help you narrow it down even better as to where your past life could have been. So food is definitely another one on the list of remembering your past life. For me, I always am drawn to vegetables. Vegetables. I love greens. Now, your blood type has a lot to do with that too. But I think that's also another way to tell. Your blood type is also another way to tell. So if you are able to do that, have a blood test, to see exactly what foods you should be eating, why you're so drawn to certain foods, why you are, why you so dislike certain foods, all of these kinds of things, to get to know yourself a little better. The next one up on the list, I don't want this to be very much longer, is fashion. Fashion, you guys. Style. What's your style? Like, how do you floss? What is your affinity of dress? Do you like to look more serious, more business, more powerful? Do you like that boho chic look? What is your fashion like? This is another sign. Do you look like, you're one of the traveling pants on a gypsy caravan? Like what kind of fashion do you like? For me, it switches up from time to time, because one day I could be like Rasta chic, the next day I can be like hippie, the next day I can be very conservative and pulled together. It varies according to my mood, but of course there is one particular basic fashion sense that you have that is a good telltale sign as to what you were in a past life. Somebody told me before that they can remember themselves being like in a top hat, like carrying a cane stick, like walking down, like flipping, like Cab Calloway kind of style, like so the ultimate, what do you call it? Casanova, I guess. But it's good that they have an idea at least, and to be honest, they live their life kind of that way too. The nonchalant, think they're the boss man, like everything just gonna go their way, smooth man, right? So kind of have an idea of what it is that you are drawn towards fashion wise. Like, what do you like? I like the color black. I think it's powerful. It brings everything together. It looks more professional. It looks more detailed, like a more serious person. So, journal all of these things. The next one, which is a very equally powerful one, is by music. What kind of music do you like? I like drums. I like the guitar. Now, we know people of color usually love drums, right? It's like supposedly an African thing, but I love, love, love the guitar. I love stringed instruments, harps, violins, guitars. Those are the things that actually light my fire. Like songs that I've heard, like, okay, let me give you a good example. Of course, right down from this could be from Bob Marley to what's the group name? The group's name, America. You see, I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain. It's just really guitars, and I love it. So, what are you drawn to? What style of music are you drawn to most? This is a good clue into who you are in the past. Um, do you like do you like the piano? What do you like in music most? What draws you to it? Some people just like the vocals, some people just like a certain aspect of the music. And so you have to narrow that down for yourself, and this is a good sign, a good way to remember past lives. Last but not least on this list, oh, it's not last, but it's right before the last, is by emotions. How do you feel about certain things? When you look around at society today, when you look around at the dynamics in society, how do you feel about it all? Are you just blending in and like, oh yeah, I love it, like it couldn't be any better? You just fit right in? Or are you the outcast? Are you like the one feeling like, you're not here to just pay bills and die. You're here with a purpose. You're here with a calling. You're here to save the planet. You're here to, unite people. You're here. What is your calling? What is your passion? What, like I said, how do you feel about your place in this world right now? And that is very big. That's very important for you to try to delve into, because according to you, the way you think and feel is the way your existence is going to be. And it's going to determine whether or not you are reincarnated here or not. So you have to understand why you feel the way you feel, okay? And what can be done about it. This is very important. This is a big one. And like I said, what you're passionate about, which leads me kind of like into the last one, the last way to remember your past life, is your gifts and your talents. What areas are you specially gifted in? What talents do you have that helps the world to be a better place? What is it that you do that you don't even have to think about doing? You could just do it, and you can do it for free. You can do it every day. It doesn't hurt you. It's like, you feel unhappy if you're not doing it. What is that for you? Narrow down those things. Like I said, journal it out. Like, even if you have to do it on your phone, on your memo pad of your phone, you don't have to write everything like I do. I write a lot, and that's one of my gifts. I definitely love to speak. I love to write. I love to talk. I love to interact with others and engage. I love to it's so many things that I love, but those are the main things that I definitely have narrowed down, and this is why I have this channel, because I love engaging with you all. I love the interaction. I love the positive vibes that we bring, all of the great comments people leave and stuff. I'm so appreciative of, and so it tells me that it's working. It tells me that that's what I'm supposed to be doing. And so, you guys, I just wanted to do this quick video. I hope it has helped you. Do leave in the comments below any other ways that you may have to share as to how we can best remember our past lives, and your feelings, just basically your feelings on this topic in general. Hit like. Don't forget to hit like, you guys. I mean, I don't know what has taken you this long, but I'm going to just urge you once more. Hit like. Hit it hard. Hit subscribe if you have not done so already, and notify yourself, because otherwise nobody's going to tell you when I'm back with another great topic. You're going to have to click that bell on the side there. And until I come back with another great topic, I'm going to say peace and love, you guys. I have my mask. Yes, I'm not slipping out here slipping on these streets. But I'm far away from people, so, I hate being constricted like that. Anyways, you guys, I'm outie. Thanks for watching once again. Peace and love. Blessed be. And namaste. Bye.